Alrighty, we're live. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope that you guys have had a good week and that you're ready for the weekend. For us, it's a 3-day weekend. Kids have Yom Kippur off, so Monday is going to be a good time. It's always nice to have an extra, day at home with the kiddos. Let's see, I feel like the camera's really high. My wife has been playing my PlayStation at my desk. More in the middle, maybe? Oh, nope, that cable does not want to go there. How about that? Generally close enough. Move over. Wrong way. This way. Right way? Not quite centered. Yeah? We'll call that good for today. It's good to see you, Hellspells. I don't know that I saw you last week or the week before, but it's been a while. You say evening. What time zone are you in? Also, I've got some really fun decks for you guys today. One of them is a sneak peek at a video that I just finished recording. So I just finished the thumbnail yesterday afternoon. And so that video is going to be coming up this week. And I'm really excited for that one, just because it was a video that I'd been planning to put out like back when the new Koth came out. And it never hit the shelves. And so I re-recorded it. Because, I was like, I might as well use fresh footage that I just made. And the deck still stands up. It's really, really, really fun. Oh, in the UK. Okay. Well, good evening then. So, one of the things that I like to do in this game, it's what keeps the game fresh and fun for me, is I try to find cards that I never see and make decks out of them. And so, for this deck, there were some... Thanks, Andrew. I just got my hair cut yesterday. I tried to make a deck out of some cards that I never see getting used, and I found that I really, really enjoy the deck. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown. It's the deck that I'm showcasing in a video this week, and then I've got two other decks that I'm really excited to share with you guys. They're going to be, you guys get to see my trial of the deck, whereas with this one I already know how it works. And so the other two are going to be trial decks, and we'll see how they work. So that'll be fun. So this first one, I wanted to try and build a deck around the red gem dragons. So, thank you. I appreciate that. I thought it'd be fun to try something new. It's something new, and so I thought it worked out. I like it. And so for this, I wanted to try and use the red gem dragons because they have so much potential synergy between the three of them, but I never see any of them getting used. And I know that this isn't a free-to-play friendly deck. There's two masterpieces, but I imagine that there's a lot of players at this point who happen to have them just by playing a lot and getting standard packs, or by booster crafting, or by trying to pull elite packs for something. So let's go over the three of them really fast, and then let's get into some gameplay and just like the complementary cards and what it is that I'm doing. So I've got Hellkite Igniter, and so this one is going to convert 5 gems to red at the beginning of each of my turns. I very purposefully do not have a lot of artifacts in this deck because I do not want the alternative of doing 2 damage to a target. So this is going to convert 5 gems to red. And then we've got Shivan Devastator, which is going to level up if it's in my hand every time I match red gems. And then once it hits the battlefield, whichever one that I play that has the highest level is the one that counts, and that's what sticks. The level doesn't change as you cast different copies. And so this is going to come out as my big creature by making a lot of red matches. And then the last one in the kill card, surprisingly, is Brimstone Dragon. So this one is going to get a power boost equal to the number of red gems that I match in a turn. However, if I match 5 or more red gems, which I will be basically every turn, this thing's going to get imminent death, and then when it dies, it's going to deal damage to an opposing target equal to its power. So what's going to happen is I'm going to try and get big Shivan Devastator down by playing multiple copies of it and just holding it in my hand and making red matches, and then dropping 1 Brimstone Dragon, having it absorb the Devastator's power, and then hit my opponent and then die and explode. So that's the idea of the deck. And so naturally we want to make sure that we're able to get that off. So we want red gem conversion, and we want card draw. So you'll see that I've got Silkenzon, which is going to be converting to red. I've got Secluded Courtyard, which is going to be converting 3 because I have 3 dragons in the deck, so that's going to work itself out nicely. I've got the Geist Flame just to draw additional cards. I've got the Gem here because Mana Field's going to happen quite often and it's going to draw cards. I've got the Archive, which, yes, Eric, it's an old card, but, you know, it gives us the extra card draws whenever we draw. And that's the one thing that this Koth really struggles with card draw. And then I've got the Kami War, and I've got Maestro's Charm to serve as removal. And the charm for Maestro's Charm, I guess it's Maestro, right? But Maestro's Charm is also going to serve in a way as card draw through the fetch. So that's generally how this deck works. New Koth is going to create these Mirren Mountain tokens that are going to pop non-red gems. And so it's just going to make it so that I'm able to try and get as many red matches as possible and make the dragons pop off. So I actually wound up going in one of my matches up against the Koth Vanguard, and that was really scary. And I thought I was doomed when I saw that bugger drop, but the second ability on Koth, Snapping Earth, destroys a Vanguard. So I was able to get rid of that thing before I killed myself by making a bunch of red matches. So this deck is not possible with Old Koth because you'll see that I'm running 6 supports, and yeah, Old Koth is not very friendly with supports, whereas this one is. So here, I've got a solid starting hand, not exactly what I want. But yeah, I don't have the Koth Vanguard. I really want it, but I just don't have it. So I've got this 5 match here that's going to give me loyalty as well, which is also going to cascade into this green over here. So this is going to give me a whole bunch of loyalty and whatnot, which is very good. I'm going to freeze down my hand. I do want the Geist Flame Reservoir to come out as quickly as I can because I need the card draw that it's going to provide me. And then with all of this loyalty, I could just use... I want the Mana Field to happen, but I don't know that my Mirren tokens are going to be safe. I feel like the Mirren tokens are going to go over here. They always go on red. So this Koth first ability to create these Mirren Mountain tokens, they're both going to go on red gems. So you know what? Let's risk it. Let's see if I can get one on a different gem. Okay, that works actually. So we're gonna go ahead and make that match, and then we're gonna get the Courtyard and the Geist Flame Reservoir. I'm not gonna burn anything right now. You know, I have that term, risk it for the biscuit, and I really mean it. Like it's good to make sure that when you're making matches that you try to make it so that they can give you a little bit more. And so I'm willing to try and risk it to try and get cascades quite often. So here I'm going to actually purposefully match this mountain so that Koth's passive triggers. So let me show you guys Koth's passive. Here we go. When you match land support, destroy 2 non-red gems. These Mirren Mountains are going to be lands. So by matching this gem right over here and taking this landfall, I will also destroy 2 non-red gems. And I'm hoping to make it so that I can get closer to my Mana Field triggering over here. So we do destroy that. It gets us closer to a match, not exactly in the way that I want. And of course, Atraxa is very much not what I want to see right now. That is very, very not friendly. But at the same time, I will be able to get this going here. And I'm going to get more card draw with my Colony Gem. So let's go ahead and actually drop more Mirren Mountain tokens, just because I don't see them having a particularly long lifespan. And then I feel weird losing a full mana Garden or Kami War here, especially with what my opponent has in his hand. So you know what? I'm actually going to get rid of the gem. That might be a weird choice. It might come back to bite me in the butt. Okay, I've got so many of these wars here. And then I'm gonna save Geist Flame. So I gave him a 5 match, which isn't the best thing in the world to do most of the time, but they didn't take it and they didn't capitalize on it. So I will take that. And ooh, we got a 5 match. Okay, that's gonna give us the Archive, which is really good. Now, do I have a match down below? I don't. I want the match down below, but I don't have the match down below. So we're gonna go ahead and. I don't actually need red matches. I'd rather have the loyalty right now. And that does discard and draw me cards. And I get bonus card draws because I have the Archive down. And so that's really, really good for me here. What are you going to play? Blade Coil? Please don't say you got black. Cool. My opponent didn't get black. The Blade Coil is going to die here. Oh no, the Blade Coil's not going to die because that is on the wrong turn. All right, well, that's okay. I'm going to drop this Geist Flame here to keep the dragon. No, let's drop the dragon and let's make sure that the Devastator doesn't play. Yeah, let's go this way. This is the way. Ooh, I got a Brimstone Dragon. That is perfect. Okay, so we've got all of our dragons now. And so now what we need is we just need to get as many red matches as possible. So I'm actually not going to activate my third just yet. I will soon. You'll see that the Devastator here is at level 5. So every time I make red matches, this is going to level up twice. And for each one of its level ups, it's going to get a permanent +1/+1 power boost when it enters the battlefield. I do have to be careful knowing that my opponent has this little bugger right here. Just that thing is going to be a little bit of a problem for this deck. Just because I like to store cards in my hand for this deck to work out. But that's okay. So now we're going to play Koth's third ability, which is going to destroy some gems. And it's going to give us a little bit of a chance to look at what's going on here. So I think I need to take the landfall here, just because taking this landfall is going to destroy this black no, but then this chops. And he'll still be able to make a black match. I'm just going to pray that he's going to take a red match. I think that's the way. So let me confirm how this one here works. When it's got the emblem, let's see, when you match 3 or more red gems, it does damage. Okay, so it means that that serpent is going to be around for one more turn, unfortunately. But that's okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and use this to kill the serpent now. Which is nice that we get that out of the way. And I think I can make my dragons go off this next turn. So let's see. Let's see how many red matches we get. There's a 5 match. So that should be 5 red gems. That should be 8 red gems. Okay. Okay. And another brimstone. That's really good. So I think that we're at 8 red gems here. And then, okay, I've got 2 devastators that are going to be pretty big here. And then what is the greatest number of red gems that I can match here? I think the greatest number of red gems that I could match is just going to be 3. So, given that the greatest number is going to be 3, no matter what if... I don't think I can destroy any more gems here. Oh, I can destroy more gems here, actually. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to make 2 more Mirren Mountain tokens. Let's see. And is this one a land too? And this one's a land? Okay, so that's going to function twice. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be so much red mana. Let's do it. Okay, 1. That's going to triple cast. That's going to triple it now. 1. And it's gonna trigger again. 2. Oh man, that's so nice. That's 3. That's gonna power up these dragons so much. Another really nice thing about this deck is that the dragons have haste, which you're gonna notice. So now I get to replace this little one over here, and the brimstone has leader or whatever it's called, where the pole bear, this thing that makes it go first. So here I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna burn him because I want to kill him this turn. And then he's going to absorb this thing's power. And so that's going to boost him to 56. So he's going to be doing 102 this turn. So he's going to lose a reinforcement and kill my opponent. And that's it. So really, really, really strong. You can get a lot of damage. And so it's pretty fun. You're basically using the Planeswalker and you're using the gem conversion that you get. And so I really enjoy this deck. This is my favorite deck to use with the new Koth, and that's just because it's got cards that I don't see. So I really like using cards that I don't see very much. I think it's more fun to play with cards like that. Just for keeping the game fresh, you know? So... Alright, so here... What do we want? We want card draw from Alhammarets, and I do want to get to the gem, but as I'm up against an Ajani, I think I'm going to want the Kami War here. And I've got red into oh, this is a huge first match. So this is gonna give me double red and loyalty. So this is really good. Really, really, really good. So this is perfect. Perfect. We got the Igniter, which is great. We got more red matches, which is great. I am gonna use my first. Why not? It's gonna do I want to save to get to my third though? That is the question. I do want to get to the Hellkite Igniter as fast as I can. So I think that destroying these non-red gems might be the way to go. I know that this is going to trigger this twice. I'm hoping it gives me some more matches, but it doesn't. Okay. I can live with that as an outcome. So here, perfect. That's definitely getting us another red match. And we got an Igniter, which is good. We got another Archive, which we don't actually need here, strictly speaking. And then I'm going to guess that a Johnny is going to be able to play something next turn. You know what? I'm going to play the Kami War here just because I'm going to be getting my Igniter down. And so that's going to be converting a whole bunch of gems for me. And so I just want to clear the board a little bit and make it so that my opponent is not getting more of those little wieners down. So yeah, okay, so they get to play stuff. And now the Saga's just going to get rid of that at the beginning of the turn. So. Oh, that's... Okay, I missed a match. Shame on me. I am disappointed in myself then. But at the same time, this has worked out. It's worked out okay. I'm not too disappointed. It still worked out. But knowing that there was a better match definitely is a bummer. Let's see. Okay, so I've got one dragon. The problem is that I don't have the Devastator yet. So I need to get the Devastator. That's the one that I need the most here. This is nice. This is really nice. And there's the Devastator. That's going to reinforce. It's going to get me more dragons. It's going to get me even more card draw. Okay, so there's the Devastator. Let's get both of these loyalty cards down, and then I feel like if I destroy gem, you know, I appreciate that though. Like I like knowing if I missed something. So if I miss something, it tells me that there's a way that I can play it better, and I'm always looking to get better. So I'm good with that. I appreciate the commentary. Let's see. I feel like I shouldn't get rid of the Kami War. What conversion do I have down? Let's start there. I've already got a Sokenzan, so I don't need you. And then I don't think I need you either. So let's do this here. Okay, perfect. Which one? I want to get the I want to trigger this thing over here. I'm triggering this thing. That's goal number 1. Is triggering that thing. I'm just looking if there's a better way to do it. Yeah, but you see, if I do this, I don't get this. So I just dropped 2 cards so that this here will trigger, and the mana field is going to draw me 2 cards because I've got the gem down, and I've got... wherever it is. Where are you? There we go. I've got the Archive. Right? So I think this one here is the way to go, just so that I get the extra card draw. My goal is to get another Devastator. If I get another Devastator, then I'm in really good position here. I can probably kill a Johnny in like another turn or so if I get that Devastator down, which I did not get, which is unfortunate, but it's still okay. I've also got Koth's third down here, so as I make red matches, it's going to be really bad for a Johnny. So, alright, you're destroying stuff, that's fine. Oh, that thing's got prevent damage. I don't love that. Where is Gauze? Gauze is probably working right now. So Gauze works during the day. So here's where you're getting to see this really in action. We're getting so many red swaps. Oh man, Koth's third ability is just so good. It's so good. All right, we need to get rid of that thing. This thing's already up to 11. So let's just keep our hand going. Let's just keep this going as it is. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna be losing. I'm 1 away from using Koth's third again. So let's get Koth's third going. We want that. And then I'll take the loyalty. Why not? I'll take the loyalty. We're going to Kami War to get rid of that. We're going to get another Sokenzan. We're going to get another one of those. We're going to fetch a card. Perfect. We get to fetch the Devastator, and we get to destroy all of those other non-Devastators, which is really good. And now we get to see what Puzzle Master Ajani wants to do. It won't be anything devastating, that's for sure. All right, so there's 3 red gems. I need to keep track of my red gem count here. There's 6 red gems. There's 9 red gems. That's another 4. That's 13 red gems. All right, so we're at 13 red gems matched this turn. Oh my god, that's so good. That's so, so good. All right, I'm going to get rid of the archive. Yeah, and then I'm going to take that match and see if I can get another Devastator here. And then 13, that was just 6 more, so it's 19 red gems right now, I think. Okay, I'll take the Brimstone Dragon, I guess, if I have to. And then I'm going to use my third ability to destroy some more gems. There's 3 more, that's 22 red gems. All right, this should be enough to kill my opponent. This should be more than enough to kill my opponent. You're art directing 2 jobs, animating, and watching some Puzzle Quest. Well, I especially appreciate you being here then. Okay, so here's an easy match, right? We're going to take this one down here, because this is going to give me loyalty into black, into loyalty, and so that might wind up giving me some extra red gem matches. I don't expect it to, but it might, so we'll see. Alright. We don't, but my opponent's going to die this turn anyways. There's just no surviving this. This Brimstone Dragon is going to be even more devastating than before. So there we go. Oh, it's just going to be enough on this one attack to kill. So that's 76, so that would be hitting for 152 this turn with the pop. And I know I could give it double strike and then it would be hitting for more, but I honestly haven't found a game where the dragon hasn't killed my opponent. Where it's like, oh, I needed the dragon to be a little bit bigger. So yeah, that's this deck. That's my Koth Dragon deck. You're going to be seeing a video on it this week. As I say, I've already got it recorded, and I go over everything kind of like how I did in the stream. But I really like this deck. This is one of my favorite decks to play right now, and it's just because it's got all these cards that I just don't see being used, right? Like, the only card in this deck that I really see now is the Kami War. I see people running this card, but I basically never see people running the Colony Gem. I don't see Alhammarret's Archive anymore. The Maestro's Charm is one of the least used charms. I don't really see it that much. Good morning, Chris. Welcome. Thank you. And then the Secluded Courtyard, I feel like people have... I haven't seen as much gem conversion, so things like Sokenzan and the Courtyard, and then these 3 red over here are just really underused dragons. And I love playing tribal decks. I love creature-based decks. And so this deck has been really... It's been a deck that I've been really enjoying. So Brimstone Dragon, Shivan Devastator, and Hellkite Igniter. Those 3 together. So really, really cool deck. But I want to show you guys another deck that I've been brewing. I haven't gotten to try it out, so this might be a massive flop and failure, but it also could be really cool. But I'll go over the idea of it anyways. I think it's underrated too. It gives you life gain, it gets rid of things, and it gives you fetch, and it gets rid of stuff that you don't need. So I feel like those all come together to be really useful, you know? So when this set came out, these 2 cards were getting rid of my draw bits. You know, since you get to pick the one that you want, and you get to toss 3 that you don't want, I feel like that's kind of okay, just because like there's a lot of times there's some times where like, I look at the top 4 of my library and I go, oh man, I really wish that I had all of those in my hand. But most of the time I look at the top 4, and when I play that, there's like whenever I play a card draw card, I wind up looking at the card draw and being like, oh, there's a specific card that I want right now. So being able to fetch one of 4 makes me feel like I'm more consistently able to get the card that I want right now. So I do like that. Hey, Jason. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you today. Thanks for coming in. What you'd love to see is a playable Planeswalker Tezzeret deck in Standard. I wonder, before I check this out, I have a Tezzeret deck that I'm absolutely in love with. But I want to see if it's Standard. Is it this, homeboy? Yep, it's this one. It's not Standard anymore. Because of... this deck does not work in Standard. Oh, well. Well, I had one. I can look. I'll have to brew. Oh, hey. So after the stream last week, I was like, you know what I need to do? I don't have very many cards. I need to subscribe to VIP. So I subscribed to VIP so that I could periodically open packs on stream and have some new cards to play with and show you guys so that I can actually showcase more of the game, just because I really haven't played the last 2 sets. So that's what that was, right? After the last stream, this was about when the stream ended last time, and so that's why I got my little VIP thing right there. So, but anyways, this deck. I'm going to do this one for right now. So this one is Urza. He wasn't great until the newer sets came out. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Tezzeret is like at base a really good planeswalker. He just needs support. So the idea was with this one though was Morel is Acid Rhapsody on Discord. Okay. So Morel is going to create soldier tokens, and she's going to double those soldier tokens. And so the idea here is you need to have some way of getting soldier tokens down in order for Morel to really pick up quickly. And so I wanted to use Platoon Dispenser in conjunction with Morel because they're both creating the same artifact soldier tokens. So that's what we've got going right over here. We got Activate 4 white to create the artifact soldier tokens. And then I feel like this maybe is not super well known, but if we flip Urza, the game is being mean, but if we flip Urza, Urza has on the flip side a way to make more of specifically these artifact soldier tokens. So it's going to enable us to do that. And then Urza's also got some removal. And then because of the Goblin deck that I made last time, y'all were calling for me to use Serpentine Ambush. And so here I want to take those soldier tokens that I'm making and turn them into really big serpents that are going to go woo-woo. So that's the idea behind the deck. The rest of it is going to be that same thing. It does disable the cards with light, but that's not permanent, right? Lose flash. Okay. You know, unless this is one of those things like that one card that's bugged that I really don't want to point out, you know what? I'm just going to skip that. I don't want people using it. So I'm not going to focus on game-breaking bugs. We've got Sigarda's Splendor. I'm saving that one for an email directly to our new developers. We've got Sigarda's Splendor. This one is going to draw us a card every single turn when we make white matches. Because of the Platoon Dispenser, we want to be making white matches. So instead of running blue conversion, I'm running white conversion. So I can get those activated white gems popped. I'm running Halo Fountain because this is going to serve as gem conversion, but ideally there will be once in a blue moon where I get a landfall white to get extra card draw, which we definitely want. And then it's also an artifact, which means that Urza's first ability over here, Power Redirection, is going to give it some mana, which we want. And then I've got another converter right here, Agonjo, which is going to be a white converter as well. So we got some white conversion in here. And so the idea is to see just how big we can make those soldier tokens. And so this is my little Soldier Boy deck that I've been wanting to try out for a long time. I never got around to playing it. So, okay. Well, Teferi is a way better converter than Halo Fountain, even though it doesn't literally convert. It just gives us so much mana and flexibility that there's no way that I'm not playing Teferi first. I'm going to be honest. The thing that I'm most disappointed about regarding Standard staying around for 3 years is that this dirtbag is going to be in here for 3 years. Because that card is it's just too good. Like, it does too many things. It's ridiculous. So that's it's kind of stale to see the same cards. I mentioned that a minute ago that I try to use different cards, but that Teferi does everything you want in a card, and there's just no reason not to use that Teferi, I feel like. So Here we're just going to go ahead and just aim for landfalls into what we need. I'm not currently getting those landfalls into what I need, but yeah, that's okay. I'm playing Urza, so I can just hope, right? So this could go into a blue match. It does not, but I get Teferi down, so my opponent's not destroying Teferi either. I would have actually liked to have drawn that here. The ambush is not what I want to see here, and I don't need 2 Halo Fountains, and I don't need to play you, so let's stick to this. And then my opponent's actually already got a creature down, so let's bring the Kami War up so we can start clearing the board. I find that if my opponent is in a position where I could be in trouble, that's when I typically want to prioritize playing removal, or at least building up mana for my removal. And if I'm in a pretty safe spot, like, I mean, it's a 3/3, it's not particularly intimidating, it's not like super scary or anything, so it's not game ending by any means, but at the same time, it is something that's gaining him cards, and I don't like my opponent getting bonus cards, so. Let's see, I think that black and green are fine. I'm going to do this just for loyalty and getting rid of stuff for my opponent and seeing if I can get a cascade, which I cannot, but that's okay. I've got white conversion and there's a whole bunch of white gems, so I've got to be getting close to getting something out of that. I don't need another Teferi. I've already got this thing in range to use the -3. Ooh, I've got Morel. This could be good. This could be good. All right, what is the match here? I think it's loyalty. Yeah, it's loyalty. Loyalty is the way to go. Except in looping decks, it doesn't usually do enough. Looping decks are... When I go up against looping decks now, where I know that I'm up against a looping deck, I like to be a good person and run Puzzle Masters Teferi. Because I feel like Puzzle Master Teferi is just really fair and balanced, especially against loop decks. And I feel like they can appreciate the looping in a way that no other Planeswalker quite does. So that's my answer to loop decks. If you're running a loop deck, then you get my Puzzle Masters Teferi. Let's get Platoon Dispenser down first. So we're gonna we've got the combo here. We got the combo that we want. And so now the question is, can we make anything good out of the combo? No, because my opponent is destroying all of my stuff. I am not pleased. Okay. Let's see. What is the play here? That thing's a 5/7 with flying nonsense. This will make it 6. You know what? Let's use this thing. We're going to do it this way. Liliana with Painful Quandary. That's mean too. That's really mean. And I love the way that you're thinking about this. So yes, I like Liliana with Painful Quandary as well. All right. This did not give me what I was hoping to get. I already have a bunch of Morels. So this one can go shoot. Shoot. Although I need blue, don't I, for this thing? I need blue for the card draw. And if I make the blue match, I won't get the card draw this turn most likely. So I'm going to freeze that down. Let's just do it this way. We're going to get rid of the no. No. I didn't realize that that was going to die. No. Morel. All right, well, kudos to my opponent for running Planeswalker Vanguard removal. In my head, Vanguards are Planeswalkers. Okay, there's only 5 blue gems on the board. Which isn't a lot. And if I make this landfall over here, I'm just going to make the landfall and hope that I get more blue gems and just hold off. 2, 4, 5. I'm still only at 5 blue gems. Still only at 5 blue gems. All right, here's where we're going to risk it for the biscuit. We want the card draw, and we're just going to hope that a blue gem comes up because we're going to get a double match here. And so we can pray that a blue gem comes up and draws us cards. There it is. 1 and 2. That does not... Oh, I get to bring this thing back. Wait, but this thing's just going to die at end of turn, isn't it? Right? Aren't you just going to come back because you got buried, but then you're going to get dropped like a sack of potatoes? Isn't that how it goes? Well, you get to draw a bonus card, but it's not what I wanted. You guys get to hear me growling at the game. Alright, let's draw 2 more cards. No and no. This thing draws more cards, so sure, we'll take that thing. I don't need you. You know what? I've got Teferi, and I'd rather play Teferi instead of that thing. And I want to get Cascades going. Let's do Cascades! Whee! Alright, so I'm getting a whole bunch of these little soldier tokens because of Morel, but it's going really slowly, and I want it to go much more quickly than it's going, because the game is being a booger puss. It is not being nice. We're going to do this just for a whole bunch of matches and to make it so my opponent doesn't get that match. Alright. I want the Phyrexian dude thing that makes it so that I get more of my tokens. Please. Not that. Give. I've got so much card draw in the deck. And I'm drawing so many cards. But I am not getting the dude. Alright, we're going to take Loyalty. And we get... Eventually, one of these days, I've got my second again. Alright, this is going to make a whole bunch of these guys. I can just kill them next turn with what I've got. You know what? We're just not going to... We're not gonna get the optimal one here. Oh, of course this thing comes down again. Stop it. All right, I don't need that. I've got another Morel. Does this thing have to attack? When it attacks. Okay, so it would need haste, which it's not going to have. I don't need Vanquish the Horde. Shoo. Give me the dude. Or don't give me the dude. Okay. Well, I guess I shouldn't be categorizing it as a dude. It's just a machine thing. Okay, let's do red into green just so that my opponent doesn't get red into green. And then... Do I already have an Aegonjo? I do. Let's shoot. Shoot. Alright. And then red into green? Is this the way? Yeah, because it's going to die anyways. It's going to die to my little creature buggers. Okay. Creatures are going to kill that thing. Angels, welcome to the current shuffler. I know it's just RNG being a jerk, but that doesn't mean I have to be happy about RNG being a jerk. Okay, so I finally get it, but of course, I finally get it at a time where I'm not going to be able to trigger it, because there's literally no point in triggering this here. We're gonna... Yeah, it's not gonna do anything, right? Because look, we already are gonna kill the opponent. It's not gonna do anything. The thing is gonna do the thing and kill the thing, and that's it. Super descriptive. But yeah, no, this thing is just going to kill everything. Right? My soldier token doesn't need the dispenser. Morel alone was able to do it. So the idea of the dispenser is supposed to make it so that we're able to do this more quickly. However, when your opponent plays a board wipe multiple times in the game, then that's going to prevent you from being able to make pretty things happen. So the light show didn't happen that time. Well, hopefully this match we get the light show. And I definitely wasn't expecting that from a Domri deck. Definitely wasn't expecting that from Domri. But, okay, well, this is a solid start. Let's go Aegonjo first, card draw second, right? Yeah, we gotta do it again. We can't just leave it like that, right? Like, that's no go. We gotta make it happen. We gotta make the dream work. Let's see. Do we have any good potential matches? I'm going to take this one on the right. See, this one obviously is the one the game wants me to make, but I'd rather make this one to see if I can get this black match, because I don't want her to get both of those. That would be really bad if she got them. So, Hixus counts as a soldier for Morel. Does it really? It's a soldier. Well, that's interesting timing for that coming down, but that's That's a special interaction right there, if Hixus counts. I mean, obviously it makes sense. Let's see, what does she say? X is the number of soldier cards you control. Okay, so I need to throw Hixus in here. That's what needs to happen. I need to get wise with the times and throw Hixus in this. I don't want to make the green match, even though I do want to make the green match, because I don't want to give my opponent a black match. So I'm just going to do this so I can get... I should not have made the red match. No. That was not what I wanted. Okay. Well, well indeed. This time it is going to be the green match. Right? Yeah. There's a lot of chances for a cascade if I do it this way. I don't get the cascade because the game is being a meanie puss right now. And my opponent has Starfield. Yikes. Oh, this is going to hurt. Okay, we've got Starfield and Hixus. Okay, this is bad. Morel is not going to be able to do very much for me here unless I get rid of them with Teferi. So the game plan here is 100% get Teferi down and then get rid of all of my opponent's supports. Or, alternatively, I try to flip Urza. That could be a game plan. That would actually be an acceptable game plan. Flip Urza. Okay, so hold up. First ability is going to give all of them 5 mana. The artifacts. This thing is an artifact. This thing is not an artifact. And I have basically no spells. So... am I going to be able to play Teferi this turn becomes the question. Yeah, I'm not super thrilled with what my opponent has done here. Let's see, how much mana is this going to be? This is going to be 3, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7, and he needs 7. Okay, he's coming down. Well, that Hixus is going to come right back. Oh, you see, now I get the Cascade. Now it comes in. And, of course, my opponent gets another one of those things, but I can live with that. All right, we got another Teferi, which is good. And I'm actually going to do something that I wouldn't normally do. I'm actually going to... yeah. I'm gonna prioritize playing the second Teferi because my win condition here is contingent upon me getting rid of my opponent's Starfield. So I definitely did not want that. But that's fine. So I need to get rid of this Starfield here. And for that, I want to get the Teferi counters up. And so, shoo. Alright. So long as my opponent is not a jerk, I will be able to use Teferi this next turn. And I actually want to play that. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. His cat soldiers are a good seed, but you don't get the serpents. So the idea behind this one is I wanted the serpents. So that was my primary goal here. Was I wanted to make sure that I got the serpents. I otherwise absolutely agree with you. I want my Teferi to be safe. So I'm going to do this. I feel like this makes my Teferi just a little bit safer. Alright. That makes it a little bit less safe, but that's okay because the minus here... oh, do I want to wait one more? No, I don't want to wait one more turn. I'm going to use the minus here. This is going to get rid of Starfield, I think, right? That did not get rid of Starfield, but it exiles them, right? And this is from the graveyard? So we're still good. Let's see, I don't need this Serpentine Ambush over here. And they don't have a Hixus anymore, so Morel is... this is the turn that I want to drop Morel. And so here I'm going to lose some conversion or something like that, but that's okay. Because that's going to get me the Platoon Dispenser. Alright, and my opponent isn't going to be destroying my stuff here, which is important. So we've got all the removal in the world here, so let's get rid of some stuff. Let's draw some more cards just to keep the juices flowing. Phrasing, I know, but still. And then, do I want more tokens or do I want more mana? I want more tokens. Because Morel should make these tokens a bit bigger this turn, right? So she's gonna double these up here. I just wish that I had Morel in front of those tokens. That's the one downside here, is that Morel is not in front of the tokens. All right, let's see. We're gonna get a whole bunch of goodies here. So let's get rid of this thing. Let's get rid of this thing like this. All right, we don't want either of these. Shoo. Shoo, shoo. Shoo, 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 shoo. We want more card draw. Teferi is so broken, guys. Teferi is just so broken. You know, let's use the Serpentine Ambush next turn, unless does she have an exile ability? Exile cards from graveyards. No, she doesn't have a destroy ability. So yeah, let's risk it for the biscuit. Let's get one more turn of Morel doubling these soldiers. Let's get one more turn of Morel doubling the soldiers. No, I am not making citizens. All right, so this is going to give us another 10 soldiers. Unfortunately, this means that we don't get to make like the Mecha Godzilla soldier this next turn because Morel once again is not in the pole position. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, we got a 5 match. We love 5 matches. Shoot. Come on. Come on. Wow, we've got so many platoon dispensers. All right. Well, let's just make it happen. Why not? All right, so we're going to have Serpentine Ambush. We're going to have Serpentine Ambush go and make the soldiers big kids. All right. Yes. Yeah. We're going to make the soldiers into big kids. Oh, those are big kids. You love to see this. Big kid soldiers. I will say, though, that on the whole, the deck was a disappointment. I was expecting more out of this, and it was just too slow and too clunky. I know, it's only 2 games, but still, it felt clunky to me. I felt like it could have gone a lot more smoothly, and it did not. Granted, I could have had my third. I could have tried to flip Urza. Like there's stuff that I could have done differently, but even still, it won, and it was fine, and it made big kid tokens that did big kid things, but it just didn't do enough big kid stuff. So this deck, I'm gonna give a D. Hi there, Hunter. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. So that was deck number 2. Deck number 1 is an A for me. Deck number 2 is a D. Deck number 3, this is the third deck that I prepared for today, is another deck that I've been really wanting to use since I saw some of the cards come out. And you'll see that I've literally never played it based on the experience on the cards. So it definitely can't have been done. Hells, it feels clunky. That's my beef with it. It feels clunky. So we'll see. I'm hoping that this one turns out how I want it to. So the moment I saw Rootwire Amalgam spoiled, I was like, oh man, I know exactly what I need to do with this. I need to take Rootwire Amalgam, and there's a specific other card that I need to pair this with. So Rootwire Amalgam states that when it enters the battlefield, you can choose to kick it to give it a permanent 3/2 buff if you've matched a green gem. But more importantly, it has at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may drain 10 mana from your hand, and then if you do, this creature gains enchanted. When this creature dies, create an artifact Golem token, and that creature gets a permanent +X buff, which is going to be equal to 3 times this creature's power. and then you destroy the creature. So the thought that I had in mind is what happens if we have a way to just keep getting that Rootwire Amalgam back, right? And so a great way to do that is to use Gather the Pack to just throw a ton of these in the graveyard, and then to find a way to bring those all back. And they have this other fantastic card, Sigardian Savior, which says that when you cast this, you may return the first two creatures with base cost 6 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control with their reinforcements, and then give them lifelink and vigilance. So I thought that this could be a pretty cool one to try out. I think that there's one other white card that returns those little creatures. Return creature, right? I think it's a mythic, actually. There's one other angel, and then it's not this thing. Let's see, where is it? There's a mythic angel, right? And then there's also like an old spell, but where are you? Oh, this is an option. Let's throw this in. We're throwing in Can't Stay Away. We're gonna get rid of something to throw that in, but that's not the card that I'm thinking of. There's another card that maybe it rotated out of standard. It rotated out of standard. Okay, Tyvar doesn't do it, does he? Or he does, right? Return the last creature with 8 or less. This is the answer, clearly, because he's also going to give it haste, right? Yeah. Tyvar does 2 things for us. Destroy 2 cards, return the last creature. This is the answer. Tyvar's coming in. Is it patch up? This is what I'm looking for. Return the first 3 cards with 8 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is going to bring back 3 of those amalgams. Okay. So now I need to choose what to get rid of from here. Can't Stay Away goes away. Patch Up and Tyvar would be fantastic. But do they mess with the deck to do it? That's the question. I can get rid of this. Yes. Cemetery. So Cemetery Protector is a monster. That card is insanely powerful. Especially if you wind up running it with something like Healer of the Pride, that makes it so that every time those soldiers come in, you get a bunch of mana, and then you just sort of get like a pseudo loop going. But that also takes a certain level of evil that I'm not prepared for right now. Let's see. What do I get rid of from here? I want my green converters because those are giving me mana. I think the answer is to get rid of the Broker's Charm. Or is it to get rid of I'm going to get rid of Patch Up. I think I have enough that I don't need Patch Up. Let's try it like this. Let's try it with Tyvar, because Tyvar's going to give us haste as well. And we like haste. So, yeah, Dakon is ridiculous. I still hold to that I think that Dakon should get tweaked, honestly. I know that last time I was on, Gaz was like, don't you be dare preaching that Dakon needs a nerf. And for clarification, I don't say that it needs a nerf. I just think that its power is disproportionate to the rest of the other cards that exist. And so if it did get nerfed, I would be fine with that. So just to get everything all in line, like with what exactly I mean by that. Oh, gosh. I don't love that my opponent's going to get really good matches out of this. I think I'm going to take this blue one over here, because this blue is going to drop down, and that'll give me 2 chances at this here cascading. Because this is going to make this match, and then things are going to drop down, and then this red match is going to get made, and things are going to drop down. So that gives me a 2 and 6, a 1 and 3. I'll have a 33% chance of this cascading, and I would really like that to happen. So, and I also am not trying to make this a Colony Garden deck, because that's what like all of my decks are when I run green, which is a problem, because Colony Garden is way too good. You got that token up to 1,024 power? Seriously? Okay. See, that now you're speaking my language. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, that's just my point, is that like and the other thing about Dakon that gets me is that between his first ability and how spammy it is, and his health pool and the life gain from the first ability, my real problem with Dakon isn't the tricolor, even though tricolor is really good. It's not it's not necessarily his ability or any one thing. It's just that he's got so much staying power. Like, Dakon can stay alive longer than any other planeswalker, I feel like. And that includes Puzzle Masters Ajani. And not only does he stay alive, but he also then winds up getting... He has a win condition built in there as well. And so that's my sort of issue with Dakon, is that Dakon just has too many things going for him compared to the other cards. That's all. 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. But I would like to get rid of this thing. This thing cannot be allowed to stay. And this will kill it with green, right? Oh, it only gets +1/+0. I don't think I'm going to kill it, am I? Or wait, if I destroy the seeded gem, then does Arbor seed a gem? Yes, it will. Okay, this is the way. So this now is going to seed a gem, which is going to get me another one of these, and now Broker's Charm is going to let me kill that thing, which I want. That thing cannot be allowed to stay. His abilities are just so good. Honestly, I think that the best answer for Dakon is if they just tweak his first ability to cap out the different abilities at 5. So make it so that Dakon only gets 5 life loss, 5 life gain, and 5 loyalty from the first ability. I think if they did just that, that's okay. Yes, I have. So Baby Boo's asking, have I tried making an anti-Dakon deck? That's one of the reasons I play so much Liliana of the Veil right now. Liliana of the Veil is my most played Planeswalker right now, and that is only because of Dakon. Outside of Dakon, Liliana of the Veil would be good. But because of Dakon, Liliana of the Veil is great in a way that I don't think she should be great. So, I think she should still be very good. I just think that she's better than she needs to be as a result of that. So, anyway. Yeah, you just play Liliana of the Veil, and then that's it. You're good. All right. I don't love this here. What's going on in my hand? Because now, well, let's put this thing up so that Rootwire can steal that thing's thunder from down under. Gristlebrand is going to be a pain in the butt now. Darn it. All right, well, let's get more loyalty. Loyalty is good because it's going to keep drawing me cards. Let's get the Amalgam. Let's kick it. Let's get another Garden, which is going to get me more of these elementals. The beginning of combat on your turn, you may drain 10 mana. Mana means absolutely nothing to me, so this is going to get me a 15 power thing. Oh, no, not this. This thing's going to deal 13 to me, right? All right, so mana is meaningless. Oh, yeah. Let's do it this way. Okay. Ooh, yes. All right. What is the way here? The way is to do this. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Do we kick it? Yes. And we kick it again. We get an extra swap. Okay. Oh, this is so beautiful. Okay, we're going to draw another card. And then this... actually, what's in my graveyard? What's in my grave? I've got all Sigardan Saviors right now. What do you do? +1... Target creature gets something between Reach, Berserker, and Death Touch. Reach would be nice on this big boy. Because that guy doesn't have bad boy stuff. You give me mana, right? The gain mana. Okay. Let's see. This thing has mana on it right now. Whereas Teferi does not. Let's get some mana. Let's do this. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, man. This is going to be good. Okay. Okay. I want this thing. Yeah, Tamio is my, Tamio's my whipping boy for mana. I think I can drop Tyvar here to guarantee that I draw 2 more cards. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good, guys. This is going to be real good. Unless Angrath decides to be unacceptable. Let's see. The way is... What is the way? That could be the way. That could be the way. What is this one? The garden? Let's do this one. Okay. Okay, okay. This is the way. No, I'm not making elementals. I'm going to gather the pack, throw some more things away. Ooh. We're not kicking the first one. We are kicking the second one. We're getting it to fairy down. We're going to drain the mana from this thing. And that's going to make a bigger golem. It makes a bigger golem. Please don't play removal on my golem. I'd very much appreciate it. Come on. Come on. There we go. Soakin's on. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to get a whole bunch of mana to our hand from Tamio. Right? Yep. Okay, full mana. Good. Good, 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 good. And we've got another savior to come in. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And then you... I don't want to have him kill himself. You're going to draw me cards. You're going to draw me cards. Let's put Tamio up here to be my mana battery. And then let's do this... Which way? This way first. Okay. We're going to replace you with this thing. And it can kick the Tamio's mana away. And Savior is going to come in and give me another one of these. And another one of these. And then there's the garden. Nope. And then we're going to draw cards and gain mana. Or do I want to make this thing even thicker? This is tempting. I could use Strength and Unity here. Number of creatures I control times 2. I've got 3 creatures. 3 times 2 is 6, which is not a lot. I feel like adding 6 to the golem could be fun. It's unnecessary. But this deck isn't about necessary. This deck is about giggles. Let's do this. I got way too many of these. Okay, we're going this way. Yeah, why not? This one. Yeah, play Charm, kill Gristlebrand. That's absolutely what's happening here. Wump. Play Charm, kill Gristlebrand, draw 2 more cards. Also destroy that awful predation thing. Oh, we're getting another one. We're getting another Gather the Pack, guys. Go, 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 go. Oh, wait. I have a problem here. If I... Hold on. All right, I need to just run this by you guys. If I sacrifice my Amalgam here, if I choose to sacrifice the Amalgam here, then I lose the game. This is worth it. I am purposefully losing the game. I know that I would win the game if I just did not get rid of the Amalgam. So please understand that I know that I am purposefully losing the game here to do this. Yes? Or, I'll leave it to you guys. Should I purposefully lose the game to make a bigger token? Or do I not lose the game? You know what? I'm not going to lose. No. No. I don't want to lose the game. I want to kill him. I could have killed... So what I was talking about is I could have killed myself there. by making a bigger token because I would have just barely not killed the opponent, but then Engrath would have used his second to steal my token and then hit me with my own token. So, sorry, all of this came in just a little bit too late. I should have just made the big token. You guys are right. I should have just made the big token. That would have made so much more sense. That's what I should have done. I'm doing that next time. If I have the choice this game, I'm making the big token. Unless my opponent's playing a jerk deck. And then I'm going to try and kill my opponent because they're making a jerk deck. Yeah. These are not the cards we want here. These are not the cards you want. I know that. But this is what I want here. This is beautiful. I like this match. This match is very nice. Thank you. Except I don't have any card draw in my hand. So there's nothing I can do with it. I feel like I should just play a creature just to be able to draw cards. Get more loyalty. We'll see. I'm not giving you seed gems, though, opponent. You do not get seed gems. Absolutely not. No seed gems for you. I know, I should have just lost the game. I should have just gone big. Go big or go home. And I did not go big. And I'm already at home, so it's like, what? Yeah. I don't love this match right over here. Honestly. For my opponent, I don't love that that exists right now. However, I also don't want to be giving my opponent white matches. So, now I'm going to take the white match. And I just don't want to play the Savior here. Am I going to have enough loyalty next turn? No. Well, maybe. 3 plus... I'm going to get 3 loyalty. That's going to be 15, 16... fine, I'll play this one. I don't like playing this one here. But with conversion, I could potentially... Oh boy, this is not good. Oof. 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 Big oof. Blade Coil Serpent. I see that card so much, guys. I see that card so dang much. Alright, actually, it doesn't matter if I just blow up the world here. My opponent has way more down than I do, because I'm just going to be refreshing what I've got. So let's just blow up the world. Yeah. That's chaos time. Absolute chaos time. I don't need everything that's here. No. I don't. Okay. I'm blowing up the world. It's time for world explosion. Boom. You do not get your conversion deck on. Shoo. Be gone. I'm getting mine back anyways. And I've got a Teferi brewing. So, shoo. All of your stuff. Be gone. Evil beast. Okay, this works. This works very well. This actually works quite well. I'm going to take the white up here. Yeah. Yeah, we want one of these things again, though. I did destroy this thing, and I'm not pleased that I lost that thing. But it had to happen. It was just one of those things where sometimes you've got to make difficult choices. And that was a situation where I had to make a difficult choice. I haven't gotten to gather the pack yet. Look at that. That's so ridiculous. That just burned me for 10 from his first ability. Whatever. We'll be friends one of these days, Dakon. Don't you worry. Here's the other thing. Yeah, of course, black has Blade Coil. It's just the way of things. You just have to expect it, right? Like, if your opponent is running black, you just have to be expecting the Blade Coil to come into play. I can't even use the first. Whatever, that's fine. We're going for the 5er here, just so that we get double Tamiyo's down. My opponent's in pretty bad shape, though, honestly, here. With all of what I've got down right now, this is not a happy place for my opponent to be. Let's see. What's this one? That's an Arbor? Am I getting another one? I'm getting another Arbor this turn. So, sure, let's get the Arbor down. Oh, I'm getting it next turn. Whatever. I'm just getting the creature down because I want to have tokens. I am getting so lucky that my opponent's not making black matches on these Blade Coils. Honestly, this is really, really lucky. Come on. Come on. Okay, cool. We got to gather the pack. We want that. You're a mana battery. I actually don't need multiple Great Auroras, though. Let's see. What's going to be happening here? Let's get rid of an Aurora. I don't need multiples. I do, however, need to be getting more loyalty on my vanguards. Okay, this is going to get me really, really thick boys. Okay, so we're going to take the 5-er for sure to start with. And that's going to get me a garden. And we're going to get elementals. And we're going to have another 5-er for more elementals. And do I have this thing still? I do. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get out of the pack. And what did you throw away for me? 3 root wires. That's good. That's real good. Unfortunately, I don't have a seed gem that I can match. Do I? I do. I do. Oh, you don't own Blade Coil yet? That's unfortunate. I think the first Elite pack, when Blade Coil came out, Blade Coil was in it. And then I bought 1 Elite pack. I had enough for 1 Elite pack, and I got the Blade Coil. And I was like, all right, I'm done for this set. I don't need to play this anymore. Oh no, I done goof, guys. All right, I can't kick the first one. I should have put these in different order in my hand so I could kick him. We're going to kill him. Oh, I done mega goof. Shame on me, guys. Oh, that's a big match. That's not good. Okay. No. No, my vanguards. You jerk. All right. Is it going to destroy my first or my last creature? That's the question. This thing. First opposing creature. First opposing creature. Oh, and it returns it to my hand? Well, that's going to be nice. He's going to return this thing to my hand for me. I appreciate that, actually. I really do. What's the Vanguard that I kept? Tyvar? Because... of course I kept Tyvar. Alright, well, we're still going to be getting a Teferi down here, maybe. Buddy. Alright, I don't need you. Tyvar. Great Aurora is my mana battery. Tyvar, get me an Amalgam, please. Thank you. Yep, you're going to kick you. Okay. And then I'm going to get another Typhar down. I'm going to get Colony down. I'm going to get that. Okay. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so we're going to get some manas. We're going to get another Typhar down so we can do more goodies next turn. I am not going to be replacing this thing. I am going to use this. That's going to get me an Amalgam. And an Amalgam. And then now the Amalgam can kill itself. So it can make an even bigger Golem. Alright, this is working out, guys. This Golem is going to get bigger now. Alright, this is where we were at last game. Same place, but now that thing is going to return the Angel to my hand, which is going to let me cast it again this next turn, which is going to let me get even more of the goodies back to the hand, which we want. We want the goodies. We want as many of the goodies as we can get. Actually, do I have more of the goodies in my graveyard? Do I? I think so. Shoo. Oh, I've got so many Amalgams in there. This is perfect. All right, so let's see. We want to... Oh, did he get rid of my Vanguard instead? He did get rid of my Vanguard. Womp, 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 womp. Yeah, he did. All right. Oh, he exiled the dude thing, bird, and Tyvar. All right, well, let's just draw cards. Let's see what happens. Broker's Charm and Great Aurora and Gather the Pack. Okay. Well, I can live with this. Honestly, I can live with this. Shoo. Okay. Well, we got some creatures down, so we're gonna get the Gather the Pack off here. Which way do I want to do this? I'll do it this way, I guess. See if I get a Cascade going. It's gonna get me a bunch of goodies. Gather the Pack, Broker's Charm. Get rid of his own stuff, too. Man. I was really excited for this turn. Oh, no. Big matches. What? I don't know what that dude does. I feel like he's not good. Okay, well that gives me mana, and I think that that's another amalgam. I don't think I'm going to get to see the things happen. No. Okay. I've got some amalgams. I've got this thing, which is good. We want you to be like that. And then like... kick the Aurora, gather the pack into a Dryad Arbor. Do I have enough mana to make that happen? I need 7 mana. I'm going to get 8. Okay, this is still possible to be good. So we're going to get 8 here. So we're going to get the amalgam and kick it. We're going to get the amalgam and kick it. And we're going to get gather the pack. And now we're going to arbor. And then I got another amalgam. Oh, this is just the beginning of combat. So he's going to die, but we're not going to see how big he's going to make the token. So. Oh well. Alright, so I'm kind of disappointed in this deck as well. Honestly. It's not the way the deck is functioning. I feel like the deck is functioning fine. It's specifically how the amalgam works. So let's go back to the amalgam real fast here. The Rootwire amalgam reads at the beginning of combat, you may drain 10 mana. If you do, this creature gains enchanted. When it dies, create an artifact golem token. It gets +X/+X, and then destroy this creature. So the thing that I'm disappointed about is that at the beginning of combat, this triggers, and it destroys the amalgam, but then it's not immediately getting destroyed. It's getting destroyed at the end of combat as opposed to at the beginning of combat. And so you're not getting this artifact golem coming down, able to attack with haste the turn that you make it. So my disappointment with this is specifically that the amalgam is not functioning as the text reads. If the amalgam was functioning as the text read, then this deck would be a really good deck. Because you'd be getting those 60 power, 66 power amalgams down. Or artifact golems down. And then they'd be swinging in with haste. And that would be huge. And then with this thing, because this thing will bring them back with their reinforcements, what's ultimately going to happen is you're going to create... All your amalgams are going to come back, right? And they're just going to be creating reinforcement stacks in your graveyard. And then the Savior would start bringing them back as reinforcement stacks that would then start sacrificing themselves. And then with Tamio in your hand, serving as a mana battery, you could just make that happen and drain your hand, as I was doing pretty safely. But with them doing that, it's working out too clunky. Brilliant Restoration. Is that the card that I was thinking of? Restoration. Alright, this is a card that I do have. Return all artifact and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battle. Oh, because the dude is a thing. That's a good thought, Roy. That's a real good thought. So there's a pro and a con to this. For the way that the deck functioned, you are correct that this would be better. However, it doesn't bring it back with its reinforcements. So if I have the amalgam stack come up, and then I kill the amalgam stack, they go into the graveyard as if it's one creature, but it has the stack. And so then if I play Brilliant Restoration, it'll bring all of them back, but just as one. I wouldn't get the reinforcement stack. So for consistency's sake, this is better. This is absolutely better. But for making really big, funny content, it doesn't work quite as well. But you are correct. This would be really, really good. So really, really, really good. All right. Well, those were the 3 decks that I really wanted to share with y'all today. Those are the 3 decks that I wanted to share today. I've got some other things in the works, but if you wound up missing the beginning of the stream, I fear not. I actually am going to be. I will check that in just a minute, Chris, because I'm definitely curious. I was where are you, buddy? This guy. I showcased a video that I'm going to be uploading early this week. I've got it all recorded. And so I actually just made the thumbnail for it yesterday. It's going to be on this deck right here with my dragons. It was really, really fun. So that was really cool. I'm glad that I got to try out 2 new decks on stream. That was pretty cool too. I like trying new stuff out. And I like trying out cards that I don't see very often. So that was good. I know that today's stream was a little bit later than my normal Friday is. My kids had a fundraiser at school and they were begging me, Dad, please come to school for the fundraiser. So I was like, of course I'll go. But that just meant that I had to stream a little bit later. But nonetheless, I'll be back on at it again next week at 10. So for all y'all who can join me on Fridays, my plan is just to stream Puzzle Quest every Friday during the day while my kids are at school. So that's the goal. So I've got to bounce here in just a second, but I do want to check out what Zopandrel and Unnatural Growth would do here. So Zopandrel, show all cards, just because I might not have it. I do have it. So this one says at the beginning of combat. Okay, so really quickly, Chris, this will work if you play Zopandrel before you have the Amalgam come down. Thank you, Roy. You have a great rest of your day. I hope I see you next week. If not, fear not. This is just for fun and giggles anyways. But it was great having you, and I love how just chatty you guys all are. This was really fun for me today to be able to do this with you guys. So thank you. So Zopandrel needs to come down first because the way that this game orders triggers is it's based on whichever card was played first. So yes, Zopandrel works, but you need that to have come down first. And my expectation is that Unnatural Growth is that 15. Yeah, it's the 15 energy or mana thing. And so this is the same thing. So in order for this to work, both of Unnatural Growth and Zopandrel would have to come down before the Golem. So yes, that definitely would work. You'd quadruple its power. You'd double it and then double it again. And that would be really cool, and you'd make a really big Golem. But you also need to have 15 and then 22 mana for Zopandrel. Is that it? Yeah, so you'd need 37 mana to come down before the Golem comes down. And so, same thing as before. You're going to get that down, and you're going to get really, really good content because you're going to make some really big Golems. But Zopandrel is going to take up a creature slot, so it makes that a little bit more tricky. There's other things you can do to buff your creatures. So creature buffs would be pretty good as well. I think there's another Golem with white gems that could be pretty good. Where are you? Oh no. It's not a Golem? Okay. Let's see. It's a mythic from the same set as these guys. This thing could work too, right? Your other creatures get that power toughness boost based on the number of white gems. So that's another one that could work out. But yeah. All right, that's all there is for me for today. I'll be back again next week with another stream, and I've got a new video coming out next week as well. So check that out. Let me know what you think of it. I didn't wind up getting to touch on the new devs today on the stream, so maybe I'll do that next week. I should probably make a video about that too. I know that I made the video about their announcement, but just I want to make a video for them specifically about what it is that I think they should do to the game. So if any of you guys want in this stream, right, the stream comments, put what you think they should add to the game. Like, what is it that they need to do to make the game better for you personally? And then that gives me a little bit more feedback from y'all. And then I'm going to go ahead and make my own video, but obviously, if there are things that you post that I'm like, oh yeah, I think that needs to be in there, then that'll get put in there too. So just a quick video for the new devs. What are things that they should prioritize apart from bug fixes and all of that? Because I think they said all the right things with that, but I feel like there's like a few more things that if they did would definitely improve quality of life. And that's always important. So yeah, anywho, thank you all so much for spending your Friday with me. I love how chatty you guys all are in the comments. This, like I said, this makes it so fun for me. I had so much fun just playing the game and being here with you all today. So